Hey friends, welcome back. Today we're going to do a power bomb again with issue number 4 by Image Comics, made by Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. Let's dive in. So we have a year before the tournament, and there's a king on his throne, and there's a couple of knights. And these are the one that fought Necroton's army on the battlefield years ago, and they did not win, nor did they lose. There was a stalemate. And the king says here, in defeat, at least a kingdom can have something to fight for and hate. But a draw, it leaves a bitterness in the mouth, a hollow feeling through the land. Necroton should have been defeated that day, but we were not strong enough. Our greatest warrior was struck down in that final battle. Velkus the Red. He was our only hope for true victory, the only wizard capable of defeating Necroton. And he says, a true warrior, sir. A terrible loss. So these are the ones that goes into the ring. I mean, they are here on the front of the cover. These are the Knights of Rhyne. Probably that's the army here. Or the kingdom, I'm not entirely sure. So, so basically they are applying to the tournament. And they kind of train. So we have a montage here of them training, and the king is here shouting, "You shall train, you shall fight, you shall resurrect our finest warrior from the depths of hell, and send this foul Necroton to the blackness where he belongs." And he also does that hand thing that I'm, like this. It's very dramatic. I love it. Meanwhile. So we have Cobrason meeting up with Lona, and he compliments her about the last match that she's doing a great job, and he feels a little bit bad that he didn't tag her in earlier, and then he also talks about her mother, that he and she were tag team together one time, and Lona says, "Really? Yeah, this is what have been before you were born," and Lona says, "What was it like working with her in a match?" So we're having a flashback when they were in the TGPW. I mean, they were a tag team or something in the TG. Is that a company? It's probably a company. Yes, just like AEW and WWE. So we see the flashback here. They're having a match, and the US Steel Rose is going through the top. She's doing a clothesline, and Cobrason is doing a power bomb. But they call it. Let's say every tag team have their own signature moves. They're basically the same, but they are calling it just different. I mean, they call it here the sword sunrise, and we see this also on the back. It's very cool, and so yeah, and spoiler or maybe not. Cobrason is basically her lover, and she is, his daughter, but she doesn't know that. And he feels guilty that he accidentally killed her in the ring because, well, she was a heel. Well, check out my videos. You're going to know what I mean. And subscribe too. Moving on. So Cobrason, he says, "You remind me of her." And so they talk a little bit more, and he says, and he talks about those moves, that they're in sync and they feel each other very well. And she says, "Those tandem move, show me." Okay, so we see another montage, if you will. So they're going to train hard. And Cobrason says, "So, how do you feel?" And then some kind of explosion happens to her. Boom! And says, "Oh, yeah! I feel I'm ready to kick some ass." Yeah, very dramatic, very over the top, very posy. I like that. I like that a lot. It's very cool. So we are back in the ring when these Knights of Rhyne fight with Steel and Rose, because that's their tag team name. So they're having a match here. And, okay, so as you can see, one of the knights is being tagged in. Lana is getting a big punch to the face. And it looks very kinetic. I love that, and devastating. But she wants to tag her father in. Cobra-san, and he says, but that's not going to happen. So the knight says, we heard why you are here. Pathetic! There are greater things at stake than your precious mother. Basically, for those who do not know, Steel and Rose want to have her mother back, so a Necroton can resurrect her if they win the tournament. And he says, ooh, on the background. So she cannot be tagged in, or tagged out. I mean, Cobra-san cannot be tagged in, sorry. And so the Knights of Rhyne doing a special move. So if you are a wrestling fan, or not, I watch AEW. There's a tag team champions called FTR. I like them a lot. And they have a move similar to this one. Basically, they are the same. Called the Big Rig. But the Knights of Rhyne calling it the King Arthur's Table. And it looks just crazy. So this guy pins her. And the referee goes 1, 2. And then wants to say 3. But then she kicks out at 2. And she survives another day. Well, not entirely sure. Because she's still in the ring. And she needs to tag her partner in. But, you know, it's not happening again. Because this guy pulls her back and clocks her real hard. But she's still not giving up. He says, and everybody says, Lona, Lona, Lona. You know, it's just riling her up. And she says, my name is Lona Steelrose. My mom was Yua Steelrose. And everybody's cheering. And her father's, you know, stunned that she's been, you know, have the courage and still the strength to stand up. And so this guy wants to hit her again, and she dodges and does a gigantic clothesline to her face. Looks real cool. She puts all her weight into it. And that's what I like about this comic. You see not only kinetic, but, you know, a lot of body movement. So it really feels that this is hitting hard. You know, see the veins in her neck, and you see the expression on her face. Of course, the lettering on the background and this pose here. So she tags her partner in, Cobra-san. He grabs this guy. He's doing a German suplex. Lona comes on, you know, goes to the top rope. And she's doing an elbow dive. And again, it looks so cool. And so in professional wrestling, it's all fake, it's scripted, but you know, it's fun. Normally the other tag team jumps in before the referee can count to 3. So Cobra-san dives in and he is doing a tope suicida, preventing him from, you know, helping his partner. They fall into the crowd. That's not happening well, not as this, because this one is really, really over the top. Yeah, Steel and Rose wins. They have won this round. So great stuff. But then they're getting prepared for the, well, not these guys, for the next round, because the next tag team partners comes in from the planet called Tsaro Crow, and it's the tag team called FISO. And this guy has a bionic leg, cool. And they are heels, and everybody's boos them. Go back to your crappy planet. Fuck your stupid opinions. Okay, but there's another tag team come from Earth called Furopack. And so Fuso or FISO, you know, taunts them. Do your worst, Earthlings. So this guy takes off his mask. And, well, it's none other than Uncle Blood. He said, what are you doing here? I thought to myself. Well, that's exactly what she's saying here. You're the only ones trying to get Yua back. The only ones Necroton invited. She was my sister. That makes me well, before he can say anything further. His partner is getting clocked from behind because these guys are, you know, they playing a foul game here. So before the bell rings, this guy is knocked out. He has a tattoo called Matilda. So the bell rings. So yeah, it means that this guy is now Uncle Blood. He's on his own, but you know it's 2 against 1. So the problem is that he is not gonna, you know, he's not gonna win. So he gets his ass kicked, and she's doing another devastating move called the coin pouch of Judas. I love these finishing moves. And again, it looks really cool and devastating. But it's not over yet, because he is been down in some kind of a chokehold and he passes out. But before he does that, he says, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then the referee says, he's out, ring the bell. So that means the bad guys won, right? Yeah. But so the referee says, the match is over, let him go. Think he's learned his lesson yet, Frank? Nah. Faisal won't let go of the hold. So he goes on the top rope, he jumps. And yeah. Uncle Blood gets his neck broken. So a fight is breaking out. And Jesus Christ, man, look at this. So much going on. A little bit later, they are in some kind of a, I don't know, rest room or infirmary or something. So Necroton says, welp, his neck is broken. He's lucky. He should be dead. I hired the best doctors from the entire galaxy to help recuperate my fallen wrestlers. With time, he will heal. So, Faisal, they're disqualified from the rest of the tournament, right? Well, they still in it? But Necroton says, well, yeah, well, they're an incredible tag team. They have true skills and passion. And they had so much drama. Screw drama. They did this after the bell. They should be gone. But Corbasan says, don't bother, Lona. Necroton wants spectacle. He wants our blood to boil. Well, it's working. Faisal says our wrestling is fake. They think they know how we do things on Earth. And then he puts something out of the bag. And yeah, he's going to war. He has a barbed wire bat. He has a barbed wire steel chair. I believe these are kendo sticks. And light bulbs, light tubes. And a bag with stuff in it. Yeah, and yeah, this goes on to the next issue. This is so awesome. This comic is so awesome. And we have a fan page, another cover. And yeah, wow. I'm not saying this often, but I can't wait to get the next issue. And that's a good thing. It's been a long time that I've been really, really excited for a comic. This is one of them. Yeah, like this very much. Give it a double thumbs up. Guys, let me know what you think of the comics. Subscribe to my channel and all that jazz. And I see you next time.